We are going viral. Jackpot MVP Pat Mahomes working on his game, even on a little vacay. He and his teammates DeMarcus Robinson, Travis Kelce, Garrett Dieter hanging out in the Turks and Caicos.
That's one of your vacation spots, Jenna.
That is exactly one of my vacation spots. And you wonder why? Look, me and the guys throwing the ball around. That is not what rich people do.
That is what, these are rich people. You're a rich person, as evidenced by that 2-carat diamond you got around your neck today.
Honestly, really?
Oh, it just popped out your dress right there. Look at that little bling bling Jenna's got going on right there.
Right now.
That big old diamond you're rocking today.
Anyway, what do you think about playing ball in the water? Random question.
Is this useful, C, is her question?
They're just doing a little cool down and everything. Sometimes the footwork, it really helps out the wide receivers because you can only run so fast. Makes you concentrate on your footing. Helps out the quarterback because he's just using his shoulder. Can't use his lower half like the rushers around him. His feet are stuck in cement. Just using his shoulder and his arm to throw it.
Also, doing it for the gram.
Yeah,
that's what
just
I would
like
do.
You in Turks and Caicos, showing off your money.
And those NFL
today. Then he shot a 15 on, I think, the 7th hole. So avoid these giant numbers that are being posted already today because of the really difficult
to make the turn at even par, then make a push on the back.
Yeah,
get under.
Front 9, even par. Couple birdies on the back 9.
Remember when David Duval really got in shape and started?
I'm sure David Duval was a guy you liked.
David Duval
mediocre white guy
is not that dude.
Yeah, no, he's not that guy.
Yeah, he's got a tire taped around
Way
his
to
stomach.
contribute, Jenna. 37-year-old Jason Witten came out of retirement to rejoin the Cowboys this offseason. Tony Romo, he's not worried about the 11-time Pro Bowler.
More mediocre white guys.
That was not my guy. That was not my guy. Tony Romo said that Jason Witten will pick up right where he left off. See, what do you expect from Witten this season?
Right now, I'm willing to bet money he can't outrun Tom Brady in a 40. Y'all saw Tom, he beat his combine time. Witten, let me see. Remember Shannon challenged him to a race a couple years ago. Witten, man, we just slowed down our offense. Is he a good leader, locker room guy? Absolutely. But will he help him? Maybe in the red zone, Nick. I might give you that.
Listen, 3rd and short, if they don't want to hand it to Zeke, which they would do most of the time, yeah, he can get you 3 yards. And they did have a lot of trouble in the red zone and what some teams call the gold zone inside the 10-yard line.
Yes.
He could be helpful there. But picking up right where he left off, I mean, what are you see in these highlights, aside from this one, they are all running, turning around, catching it short down the field. That's what he does at this point in his career, broadcasting aside.
And then I get to criticize him the way he was criticizing people last year.
Exactly right. Boom.
Flaming darts.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And in with the Celtics, when they saw Kyrie Irving and Al Horford walk out the door this offseason, a plan was put into place. Be in the running to land 6-time All-Star Anthony Davis. And when that plan fell through, they moved to plan B. Be in the running for Kemba Walker and Enes Kanter. But if you ask Boston's GM Danny Ainge, they have their eyes set on Kemba and Kanter since day one.
Our plan A was Kemba Walker and Enes Kanter. And we're very fortunate that they chose the Boston Celtics. And very excited about what they bring in many facets of the game, but also as people.
All right, Nick, what do you think about what Danny Ainge said? Maybe a little tiny bit of stretch of truth there? Just a little,
I mean, you could call it that, or you call it what it was, a blatant lie.
A stretch.
But Enes Kanter, the only person Enes Kanter's in their plan A is his family. Like nobody else, nobody building a basketball team's like, and plan A involves Enes Kanter. No, he good on Twitter. I respect and support some of his off-court struggles that he's going through politically, all those things. But when it comes to being an effective NBA player, he is in the argument for worst in the league at something important, post defense. Like, this is why you can be, he is so skilled offensively and an elite rebounder, something that gets lost and still is unplayable in big spots for good teams. Like, now, this is a fine exit ramp. It was because they had no choice. See, they didn't expect Horford to leave. They might have been planning for Kyrie to leave, bring in Kemba. They were talking about doing a sign. They did not expect Horford to leave. And once Horford left, you're limited. They're spending $30 million on Gordon Hayward. They gave Kemba the max. They don't have a lot of options there. But no, the Celtics are They told us last year and this year was their championship window because last year with Kyrie, all the young players getting better. This year potentially with Anthony Davis. They're what? The 11th best team in the NBA as we sit here today? That's realistic. That's not plan A for Boston.
What's the difference between Enes Kanter not being able to play defense, but he's a great offensive player, and some of these other guys who are great offensive players, but we know that they don't play defense, so you hide them or you shuffle them around? Is it because post defense is more important?
Yes, because he's a big man. You can't be a big man in this league not be able to defend. Perimeter players, you can get away with it because you have a big man waiting for you. Kimba can get away with it because in theory he's got a big man waiting for him. But when you have Kimba as your first line defense and Enes as your second line of defense, you have no lines of defense defensively.
And you're going to have more guys that play good offense than you have the other side of that. As far guys, a coach, my brother always used to teach me, man, shoot the basketball. Why I need to shoot the basketball? Because the coach gonna always find a spot for a guy who can score the basketball. And that's where Kanter is. As far as big men, we're in an era that there's not a lot of skilled big men. They're either low post dominant or they're shooting the three now.
Yep.
You know, so the game has changed. Kanter, it's not his fault that this happened. It's like when you pick a destination. You can either go Google Maps, you can go Waze and everything. I like to use Waze and everything. But if the Celtics, if their destination was a championship, you can't go by Waze to get it. You know the reason why? Because it'll take you the best way that they think. And this is about acquiring top talent. That teamwork make the dream work, that's a bunch of mess. That's a slogan, a bumper sticker. You need at least 2 stars in the NBA. We can't think what Kawhi did last year like that's going to be duplicated. No. Only reason why Kawhi did that was because the injuries that everyone had. He needed a buzzer beater against Philadelphia, tremendous performance against the Bucks. But, man, this is about talent. And you don't go into the biggest year in free agency that we've had in 20 years and come out with Kimba. There's a reason why Kimba's there. Because Charlotte wouldn't pay him the maximum contract. Kanter, Portland gave him 30 seconds to answer. They made him a contract offer, told him, you got to make up your mind right now. He was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I'm rushed. And he ends up not signing the deal and was available for the Celtics. So them saying, oh, no, this is what we wanted. No, to go the scenic route. No, it's not. This is not good for their younger players. Now, Brad Stevens might be happy because he didn't do well with the superstars. Let's see if he does better with the Butler staff, type of squad, because that's what you meant. When you mentioned 11th best in the NBA, they don't have championship aspiration. And when Danny Ainge came there, it was about putting banners, all right? That's the destination. Now they're just weaving their way through. They're trying to make up lies, and that's when they say this is plan A, that was a made-up lie.
They made a conference championship game with little Isaiah Thomas. They made a conference championship game the year with Terry Rozier and the young guys, the year Gordon Hayward and Kyrie were injured. Last year, they got bounced in the second round, losing 4 straight with Kyrie playing as bad of a stretch as any superstar can play. Now they go into this season, which was a season they have built to, the 2019-20 season, for years, because it was the Anthony Davis season, with arguably the worst power forward center combo of any team we expect to be in the playoffs. The big men on their roster are Daniel Theis, Enes Kanter, Semi Ojeleye, Robert Williams, and a couple guys no one's heard of, and a rookie, Grant Williams. You gonna get through Philly? No, not with that front line. You gonna get through Milwaukee? No, not with that front line. You're going to have trouble with Indiana. And if
Orlando.
Sure. If Boston's fine with this being the standard, we're going to win mid-40 games, we're going to overachieve, might upset someone in the first round. So be it. That's where you've been most comfortable this last decade. But it wasn't the plan. And we all know it wasn't the plan.
No, Danny meant it was a plan, not plan A. We just misheard. So he definitely has a plan.
No problem.
Coming up, does Aaron Rodgers need to alter his game in year 15? That's next on First Things First.
He need to plan to either get some